Okay, so before we begin kind of finishing out the remaining portion of the box, I want to go ahead and do some small refactoring to clean the code up a bit. So for example, wrapping this into a function like purchase box, wrapping this into a function such as, I guess you could say, grab weapon from box or something like that. So, and then just more small stuff. So to begin, let's go ahead and add some of those functions. Let's do a void purchase box. And we need the interacting actor. So a actor, interacting actor. Because we still need to do more additional logic, such as taking away the player's points and that kind of stuff. So we have our purchase box. Let's go ahead and cut and paste. Then from here we can call purchase box and pass in the interacting actor. So that takes care of that. And I'm going to add a comment here as we need to take away interacting actors points. And then we need another one for grabbing the firearm. So we have purchase box. Let's do void. Let's do grab selected firearm. Or let's do grab selected weapon. Again, a actor, interacting actor. Let's go ahead and cut, paste, and call grab selected weapon, passing in again the interacting actor. So that cleans this up quite a bit. And that also allows us to check and make sure, we can't allow multiple, I guess you could say, you buying the firearm, or sorry, buying the box, and then someone else takes your firearm. Instead of cluttering it up here, we can just have that right in here as a very simple check, or directly in here, which would honestly be, in my opinion, a better spot. Okay, so that's those two. Let me look through this one more time and see what other things I think should be cleaned up. Okay, so in our tick here, I want to go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup. So for example, we can wrap this into a function, which would be just, I guess you could say, interpolate lid. Then we could have this be in a function, which would be, say, interpolate, what do you call it? Interpolate, I guess, weapon mesh or something, and just kind of separate those out. So let's go ahead and make a void interpolate lid. And let's do void interpolate. Let's do weapon. And we need the delta seconds, so const float delta time. I think that's what Tick is calling it. Yeah, delta time. And let's put these up by the tick function, so right at the end, like so. So we're going to take this stuff right here. Oops. Let's go ahead and cut and paste. And we can actually make this return a bool now that I'm thinking about it, because if the interaction is finished and the interpolation to the lid, I guess you could say, has been fully closed, then we can do something. Or we can just, manually, I guess you could say, check it. But we'll come back to that. Then for the weapon, we can copy pretty much everything except we'll do that chunk here and paste. And this will be the interpolate weapon. And again, pass in the delta time. And same kind of thing. We can, do it with the bool check, basically. So we need to, I guess you could say, more or less have some kind of output to say the current transform of each. That's probably going to be the easiest. Oh, yeah, that's right. We also need to call interpolate lid. So let's make these return basically what they need. So in the case of this, it needs to return a quaternion. So f quat. And what this is going to return is the lid relative rotation. Is that it? Because it should be, oh, that's right, f quat. There we go. And this is going to be, Yeah, I don't want to make that a constant because it is technically modifying stuff. So const f quat. Let's do lid relative rotation. Right, nailed the spelling, and there we go. So we now have that, and we can do the same thing for the actual firearm. So let's make this return a f vector, and we want it to return the current weapon mesh location. Now we could again just kind of more or less, I guess you could say, fetch said location and stuff like that from just grabbing it, which is definitely an option, but that's actually might be a cleaner way now that I think about it. But const def vector, let's do current, let's do weapon mesh location, and swap those out, or weapon mesh relative location actually, and just swap those out. Okay, so that takes care of our lid and the weapon interpolation. So let's see. Let me go ahead and look another time. All right, so from a quick skim through, I could not really see anything else that I could say warranted any sort of real cleanup. So let's go ahead, recompile, and relaunch and see where we are at just to make sure that everything still works the same way it did. All right, so once we are back in the editor, let's go ahead and just give it a try with 2 clients. Oh, that's a nice issue there. So I don't think it was quite initialized. Weird. I do know there is a bug with firearm collision because on clients it just doesn't work. But let's give it a try. So we go ahead and buy the mystery box, and we can grab it. Once it's fully closed, we are prompted to buy it again. And yeah, we now have 2 Thompsons. So yeah, everything seems good to go. And we have a little bit of a cleaner code base to go through and handle working in. So with that out of the way, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.